You're raising a dog and you want to do everything you can in order to keep him healthy, but that costs a lot of money. Going to the vet, pretty expensive sometimes. So here are 3 tips of what you can do in order to save some money. By the way, if you like the head, then stick around because I'm actually giving it away. I'm Dr. Ryan, a veterinarian and a veterinary behavior specialist. As a behaviorist, and by the way, also as any veterinarian that works as a general practitioner, we really like when clients come with dog insurance. And this is tip number 1. Get your dog insured even as a puppy. Yes, you might need to pay something every single month. And yes, you might not need to use it for many years. Knock on wood. And also, depending on the insurance, it might not cover things like vaccines or dental stuff. But believe me, if you do have that kind of insurance, then if something bad happens, if all of a sudden your dog needs some blood work, x-rays, if your dog is in an accident or something like that, it's going to save you thousands of dollars. And by the way, in most cases, it will also cover things like behavioral consultations that can also be pretty expensive. Now, I mentioned that the insurance might not cover vaccines, and that actually brings me to the second tip, and that is get your dog vaccinated. Yes, I know the internet is full of false information, that some of it will say things like vaccines are bad for your dog. Well, you probably also know it from people. Sadly, there are all kinds of internet resources and fake professionals claiming that vaccines can harm you. In 99.9%, I'm just saying a number, but in most cases, they're very, very safe, and the most common side effects will be things like being a little bit groggy for 24 hours, maybe some pain on the injection site, but that's about it. But if your dog all of a sudden is in the presence of another dog that has parvo or distemper, or even is bitten by a rabid animal, this can save his life. And not only this will save his life, but it will also save you thousands of dollars. And because I usually do behavior-related stuff, of course, I need to mention tip number 3, and that is socialization. Socialization means to expose your dog to different people, different locations, other dogs, and all of that in that critical time of his life, but do it in a way that will create a positive experience for your dog. Now, why does that have anything to do with saving money at the vet? Because in most situations, people will only bring the dog to the vet when the dog is sick or when the dog needs to have some vaccines or blood draw or something that the dog doesn't really like. So if you bring your dog to the vet only for things that cause fear and distress, then your dog becomes even worse and worse every time you come to the clinic, making it very hard to treat and to examine him. When it becomes so hard to examine your dog, it means that sometimes we might miss some things, or that we need to sedate your dog for different procedures that will cost money. Now, if we do miss things because we just can't really examine your dog in the best way possible, it means that we can't find the optimal way to treat him, and that might lead to more charges down the road because you need to keep seeing the dog over and over and over again. But if your dog was socialized correctly to being at the clinic or to being touched in the way that the veterinarian is going to be, and by the way, this is not only socialization, this is also a form of countering conditioning or just conditioning to those specific things, and we do it by coming to the clinic for kind of like happy visits. So most veterinarians will be fine with you just coming to the clinic We'll give a few treats, we'll pet your dog if he likes it, and send you home with no vaccines, with nothing. We're not going to charge you or anything. But that will create a positive experience. Also, we might give you a few syringes without the needles to take home so you can show it to your dog, let the dog sniff it. You can even touch your dog all over the body where we usually give the vaccines. We will also ask you to touch the dog's ears, to touch the dog's face and lips, to lift the paws off the ground. Basically, everything that we're going to do, we will probably want you to also do at home and give treats while you're doing it to create this positive association. Once the dog is comfortable with the presence of the vet, with the presence of those tools, with being touched in these specific manners, and of course, being at the clinic, then it's going to be so much easier to do the physical exam, to get to a diagnosis, and to give treatment. And by that, saving you a lot of money down the road. So, get your dog some good insurance plan, vaccinate your dog, and socialize him to being at the presence of the vet and condition him to accept being touched in the ways that the vet is going to touch him later down the road. And before I forget, so I mentioned this hat, and I actually have another one for cats if you like cats. I'm going to give it away the second that I hit 5,000 subscribers. I don't care where you live, I'm going to ship it to whatever address you're going to give me when I hit the 5,000 subscribers. So in order to participate, I would like you to comment below and to be a subscriber to the channel. Once we get this amount of subscribers, I'm going to have a website randomly pick from one of those commenters, starting from this video and until we reach the 5,000. I will be notifying the winner through a video. So if someone is approaching you in the comments pretending to be me, it's not me. There's going to be a video of me saying that you are the winner. So please subscribe, like, comment, and in the meanwhile, why not watch this video?